will be opening next week, and then we'll be bringing a contractor for approval before you on the 27th. So, and then we hope to be moving dirt about the same time Valentine is, right around July.
Cool.
Any questions?
So don't drive that one first.
Yeah.
Don't drive that.
Avoid that. Traffic's gonna be fun. Any other questions from council? Kim? Next, community services.
Because there's also more potholes along the beach this morning.
So I just have a couple things. We're still doing stone soup on Monday, from 11 to 1. We only had like 22 people there today. So, still going, several more months. Maybe the end of the year, I don't know. And we had not a Valentine, all this talk about Valentine Road. A volunteer appreciation, thank you, T, on Thursday. 20 people attended, we had coffee. Georgia made espressos and mochas, we had tea, we had cookies, it was a great time. I just couldn't do that job without my volunteers. And that's all I have.
Any questions?
Thank you.
Thanks, Darcy.
Yep.
Okay, any reports from council? Not on the report list?
I have one.
Member Walker.
For the farmer's market,
Oh, yeah.
they're in need of volunteers. So if you know of anyone that would like to come down and set up, or tear down, or volunteer to be a commissioner, or do that kind of stuff, they're in desperate need. So if anyone knows of volunteers, reach out to me and I can get you in contact.
So, and the opening is June 8th?
I don't remember the exact day. I think it's the first Sunday in June. But opening, not opening day, but like opening up the market, taking
Right.
stuff out of storage and setting up. They will rent tents to vendors, so kind of helping set up, and not necessarily tents, but, you know, getting them out of storage and trash and all that kind of fun stuff. So setting up and tearing down and then staffing the market.
Well, if you'd like to get involved in that, contact Trent. Keep this on that committee. Okay, any other reports from council that's not on the committee report? Keep watching you guys. All right, starting with finance committee. Is there a report this evening?
We met last month. Richard pretty much covered the topics. There was, who was the gentleman with the, Gupta. Mr. Gupta presented, I think he had like an $8,000 lien. We reviewed it. I personally have some concerns about setting a precedence for waiving even the fees that we're allowed to waive for bank properties that are being sold to people to buy them. You should know that that lien exists or do know and are just trying to get that waived, and that's something that I want all members to be cognizant of when we decide on this issue. I think that precedent is set. The banks aren't disclosing it, but people buying, a lot of these are being bought as investments, and you know, we're just helping their profit margins instead of, you know, which hurt to me is a detriment to the city. And then we're meeting again on the 20th at 6:30, and you know, we got some issues to discuss there. If anyone has any finance related issues, please forward them to me, and we'll add them to the agenda.
Governance committee.
We decided tonight on our new city attorney to contract for legal representation. Other than that, we need one more person to replace Gary Halsey. So, anyone want to volunteer?
Councilmember Gardner.
Do I just assume Gary's committee?
That's a good question. I guess, should have talked about the committees that he was on. He needs to be replaced on them, so we can have that discussion. But I would assume that she would fit into those committees, writing that she would like to sit on those committees, which were...
Well, I know Josh expressed an interest of getting off the finance committee because he just kind of carried through just so that he could help the newer members with any information, and maybe when we address that changeover, maybe we can look at committee assignments again, maybe next month.
Yeah, I think maybe what we need to do is put committee assignments on, next week's agenda, so that we can discuss it further. That'd be a good idea. Okay. All right, so.
And then we'll
anything else?
continue with governance meetings.
Okay, anything else on governance committee? All right, Human Services Committee? I'm sure it's not here. Do you guys?
Yeah, we met, last Thursday. I was a little late and most of it was done by the time I got there, so we were.
We talked a lot about the pancake breakfast for Pacific Day. And Darcy's working on getting most, if not all, of the supplies donated so that this can be profitable, and I believe it's $10?
We were thinking maybe $5 for all
$5.
meat,
For ice meat pancakes.
if it's donated.
Pacific Day, that would be the Saturday morning breakfast before the parade. So, what else did we talk about?
John had all the meetings.
Yeah.
I got it.
Help Darcy.
We also discussed, tea that I talked about, and we talked about possibly talking about hiring like a senior that would do a part-time basis, maybe cleaning type of thing, cleaning the gym, doing the floor, but I just had brought it up. I don't have any details, I don't have anything. And I met with, the grant people, KDGB, and Jim Morgan and I are gonna be working on that grant. So,
CDD.
yes,
Community
sorry,
Development Block Grant.
sorry, yes.
To help replace the roof.
Yes, the roof, and, we did put in a bid for, the grant for $30,000, but they said a minimum was $50,000, so we're thinking about adding the gym roof also. Because, one of the gentlemen that was on the board that I went to, he said that also just needs repair, just add it to the grant. So we're gonna do the senior center, the gym, the ceiling tiles,
The walkway.
the awning, maybe new carpet in the senior center. It's very bad. So Jim Morgan and I are working on that. We discussed Meals on Wheels. We're gonna put, the application for Meals on Wheels on Channel 21 and on the website. Hopefully, we did get one more person signed up, so now we have 5. Maybe opening up the senior center as a cooling center. We don't have any guidelines. I contacted, Auburn, and the person that I would talk to is on vacation. So she did get back with me and say, it's all in my office, so we're in touch, but that's as far as we've gotten. And then Trent had discussed the farmer's market, and then we discussed the Always Brothers campaign for, with, Katie. Sorry, I thought you were still in the audience.
I can move.
No, that's-
I'm on wheels.
For, Katie, and, that's all that I have.
Okay, questions?
Like you had your notes. Throwing out the other notes.
Okay. Excellent. Next, Public Safety Committee. So,
I think we have a request to meet.
Yep.
I believe Gary was the chair of that committee, so we need to address that at the next meeting.
Thought it was Clint.
I think Clint took over Public Works. I'm not sure, whoever was chairman last year, they flip-flop roles.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
So we haven't met yet.
When do you need
Don't
it?
know.
All right.
There's no set.
We don't have a set meeting date yet, we still have to coordinate it.
No, but we were hoping that the Public Safety Committee would be meeting prior to our next workshop. Over some things that were brought up, so we'll have to stay on top of that. All right. Next item on the agenda is Public Works Committee.
Clint's not here, and Gary was on the committee, so, the only one here is Josh, but, we just updated some stuff on Valentine, and we did have a very distinguished guest show up. That was very nice for a change to have the mayor there. That's about it.
Okay. All right. Technology Committee.
We meet this Thursday at 5 o'clock.
Excellent. Civil Service Committee. Okay, Park Board.
Nothing to report.
Thank you very much. Planning Commission? Nothing to report. I know they have a public hearing coming up at their meeting, right? Okay. So, okay. At their next meeting, which is the last Tuesday of the month,
Last
correct?
week, yes.
So it'll be the 27th?
27th.
Okay, so we'll be having a public hearing regarding, the ordinance regarding marijuana. Okay. So, here's County Regional Council. All right, Sound Cities Association meets on Wednesday. South County Area Transportation Board meets next week. So, and we talked about Farmers Market already.
And Valerie,
Tomorrow. Okay, good. Moving on. Phew. Somehow, would it be really nice if we need to figure out a way to go through all these reports, unless you want me to just every time read them off? I mean, just food for thought.